Howdy folks, the original Shep here. So today we're going to be working on my 1996 Corvette. I know it's been long since I posted a video. Been a lot going on around the Shepherd household. So that's that. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're going to change the oil. I do that once a year. And I got a check engine light about a month ago. I haven't been driving the car very much, and I did a test with my my scan tool, and I got a P0174 code, which for those of you that know, that's the O2 system, or the exhaust system. So I've got a faulty O2 sensor, basically, is what that means. So I went ahead and I ordered some I don't know if you can see that, some Bosch O2 sensors. That's the part number right there. And I got a pair, so because if you're going to do one, you might as well do both of them. And a couple things you're going to need. You're going to need this special tool. You can get them anywhere at like O'Reilly's or Napa or Auto, something like that. They're like 10 bucks, this special wrench. It slips over the harness. That's what that gap is for there. I don't know if you can see that. And then it sleeves onto the O2 sensor so you can get it off. On these cars, it is a bear to get to. So I'm going to need a ton. I have more because I probably are going to need more extensions and a flexible tip and to get to this thing. So one will be a little bit easier to get to than the other, and what I'll do is I'll get up under the car here in just a minute and I'll show you where they're at and the troll. I might be able to get through them, at least maybe on the passenger side, get to them from the top over there. I don't think I'll be able to get to it here. I might have to go underneath. So let me get up under the car, show you guys where it's at and what I'm looking at doing. And also, while I've got the car jacked up in the air, I might as well change the oil while I'm at it. So that's that. So give me just a second. Be right back. Okay, so I'm on the driver's side, and I just got through, while I was under here, draining the oil and pulling the filter. What that helps me do is get access. Well, I'm hoping it's going to help me get access to the O2 sensor, which is, I don't know if you guys can see that. It is, I don't know if y'all can see it. Anyway, it's back here. Now, I can't get to it from the top, and what I'm going to end up having to do is, and I've already started, is I'm going to have to drop this portion of the exhaust. And let's see if I can get light on it. So I've got these two bolts out, right? Well, one on one side, that one, I gotta get that last one. I was just waiting on the exhaust to cool down. And then I've already got these three collar nuts off, so I can slide this and then drop this section, this short section of the exhaust, the catalytic converter and everything, and get that drop down. And then when I get it out, I'll go ahead and just pull the sensor and change it then. I also noticed, this is the pigtail for the O2 sensor, and right here is the connection for the O2 sensor. I also noticed that right here, this wire was just hanging, and it goes to the knock sensor, which is back up under here, up against the block. And when I get this out, I'll be able to pull that connector off and then I'll see about reconnecting that. I was getting assist light on my car on the LED display. The SYS usually indicates an electrical fault somewhere, and I will just about bet this was what it was, and I have no idea how it came loose. Anyway, that's just one of the things we're working on. So now that the car is cool enough to touch again, I had it heated up so I could drain the oil properly. And then also, I was going to try and get a wrench on these O2 sensors. It's recommended that you warm the car up to operating temperature so it will more easily come out. But I have, on this side anyway, there's no way I can get any kind, even that special socket, I can't get to it to pull it off, so I'm going to have to drop this out. So that's what we're doing. I'll be back. So, change number 2. Let me get this around so I can get some light here. So, the O2 sensor's out. It went right there. Let me back this light up a little bit. So yeah, the O2 sensor, it went right here. And I was able to get it out without completely dropping this portion of the exhaust. I did go ahead and get it loose and dropped a little bit. But then also I removed this bracket. There's a shield that goes over the knock sensor. There's the knock sensor right there. And I've already pulled the plug and then fixed it. I'll show you that here in a minute. I haven't made this other connection yet because I'm still working on putting in the new O2 sensor. So I've got that done. I'm gonna go ahead and install the new O2 sensor. I gotta put some, let me just show you what I'm doing. So here's the old one. Once I was able to get an angle on it where I could apply a little bit of elbow pressure to get this thing to turn loose, it went ahead and came out. You know, yeah, I mean, it looks past its due date. It looks like it's clogged pretty good, so it was time. This is the new one right here. So, a couple of tips here. Number 1, do not touch that with your fingers. So it's covered with a cap, protective cap. I am going to have to remove it and apply some anti-seize right here. So this is what you're looking for. You can get this at like O'Reilly's. You know, it's like $1. So, and one of these packs is good, more than enough. You just got to put a little light coat. I'm going to show this one. You got to put a little coat on these threads here. So what anti-seize does, for those that don't know, it is a copper-based grease. I believe that's how it goes. It's a copper-based grease, and it's infused with glass beads. So what happens is once you thread it on there on a hot surface where it's going to get up to a real high temperature, the grease goes ahead and melts off, but the glass beads, they stay in place, and what they do is they form the separation in the threads, the barrier between the metal of the exhaust and the O2 sensor. So when you go to get the new one, you can move it. It doesn't seize up. It doesn't. They don't. It prevents the metal from bonding to each other. So that's as far as I know, that's the way it works. Anywho, so continuing on. So I got the other one out, and I would say it's past its due date. That is just completely fouled. And if you notice, there are two different types. So somewhere along the way, when I had these changed before, and they were supposed to be changed, both of them, only one got changed. I don't know which one's the original. I think, I don't know. I don't know which one of these were original. I had the car serviced years ago, and they were replaced when my exhaust system was changed to a 3-inch. So hopefully the lower sensors are okay. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this new one in. I got everything buttoned up on the driver's side. I fixed that knock sensor wire and got it reconnected and resecured. New O2 sensors in. The exhaust is buttoned back up. Oil filters installed. Put new oil in. So all I got left to do is fix this, install this new sensor. So that's what I'm doing. So what you see is when I took the cap off, there's already a little bit of the anti-seize compound that comes with these Bosch injectors. But what I'm going to do is where I don't see, you don't want to get this on the actual sensor itself. You don't want to touch that at all. But you can, I just want to get a little bit more of this on. I don't know how well you guys can see that. So there, that'll work. So I've went ahead and I've put a liberal amount on the threads only. And then I gotta be really careful about installing this thing. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I've seen people say that you can on this side do it from the top. It's just as easy to do it from the bottom, just like on the other side. So I'm gonna go, that's what I'm gonna do. So I wish there was a way I could show you guys underneath here as I was doing it, but that needs more hands than I have, so this will have to work. The hard thing is getting this to run in the hole. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I can kind of talk you through it. On this side, what I'm doing here is so you've got this harness that's sticking out of the back of this sensor, and it wants to spin as you're tightening this on. Got to be careful here because I'm on the starter side, and I don't want to be touching. I could probably be a smart person and disconnect the battery, but I haven't done that. I don't know if y'all can hear this. So I'm just tightening it on, hand tight, and then I'll get my special socket back on it and go ahead and torque it down. So this seems like it threads on a lot deeper than the other side. Alright. So I've got it tightened, hand tight now. I'm going to put this socket on it and torque it down. So I've done that. Now got to reattach it to the pigtail. There. And then I'm going to zip tie this harness away from the exhaust a little bit. I'm gonna zip tie here if I can reach it. Gotta be careful. Need bigger zip tie. That's not deep. That's not long enough. Okay. Woo! All right. Well, there we go. I got it all buttoned up and parked back in its spot. O2 sensors and changing oil. O2 sensors a big pain in the butt. But it took about 4 or 5 hours to get it all done. This is the first time I've ever changed O2 sensors. So, well, I did before, but that was a long time ago in another life. But anyway, this is the first time I've done it on my car. This is the second set since factory. Well, the first set since factory, because when I got the other ones done, they only changed one instead of both. So I got to look back now. I don't know if they charged me for changing 2 O2 sensors or not. Anyway, there we are. Saved myself some money. Car runs great. I cleared the codes, took it for a test drive. I'll do some more driving tomorrow. Let the system go through its cycle. It's got to go through 3 cycles of testing before I'll know for sure whether or not that fixed the problem 100% with the 0174 code, because there's a few other things fuel system related that it could be as well. So anyway, this is the original Shep. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit like, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.